Security and the national conference are the issues we're focusing on yet again on this episode of Law Weekly. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Chief Robert Clarke, is our guest, and he has some interesting and perhaps controversial comments, especially on some of the issues up for discussion at the national conference and eventually its outcome. All that and more on this episode of Law Weekly on Channels Television. I am Shola Shoyele. Let's begin with a recap of some of the top legal stories in the news.
We begin with the report that the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos has held that the continuous tolling of the Lekki-Ikoyi Link Bridge is not a contempt of court. That's because by filing an appeal against the Federal High Court judgment which declared the tolling illegal, the Lagos State Government has shown special and exceptional circumstances which warranted the granting of a stay of execution of the judgment. This was the ruling of Justice Saliu Seidu last week Friday when he ordered the stay of execution of his own judgment which declared illegal the collection of toll on the bridge. With the court's ruling, toll collection will continue on the bridge pending the determination of the government's appeal challenging the judgment. In his reaction to the ruling, the lawyer who challenged the tolling, Mr. Ebun Oluwadegborua, says the ruling is temporary and is ready for the appeal. Another judge of the Federal High Court, Lagos, Justice Okun Abang, has fixed May the 16th for another judgment. The judgment is to be delivered on a suit filed by 17 members of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. They want the court to nullify the appointment of the party's Southwest Zone Caretaker Committee. Led by Ishola Filani, Begba Otemolu and Adedeji Doherty, the 17 plaintiffs say they are the valid caretaker committee members by virtue of a court order which recognizes them until the conduct of a zonal congress to elect new officers. They want the court to hold, amongst other things, that the resignation of their positions in the committee earlier was to enable them contest for a substantive office during the Congress scheduled to hold on August 24 last year, and that since the Congress was cancelled, their resignation is therefore of no effect. Now, for those who have followed the assault of a woman and her daughters in the Ejigbo area of Lagos, the Lagos State Government last Wednesday says it was waiting on a police report before commencing legal action against the perpetrators of the assault. The state's Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice, Mr. Ade, said the Office of the Public Defender, OPD, had concluded all arrangements to pursue justice for the victims as soon as the police report is released. A video recording of the assault of the three women went viral on the social media in December 2013. The women were assaulted by a mob of young men at the Ejigbo market for allegedly stealing pepper. The Attorney General of Lagos has also urged residents to report cases of abuse of rights to the appropriate government agencies for prompt legal assistance. And we round off on the foreign scene where the California Supreme Court last Wednesday refused to hear an appeal by Michael Jackson's personal physician, Conrad Murray, who was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in the pop star's death. Mr. Murray was released from a Los Angeles jail last October after serving 2 years, but he wants to clear his name. His attorney had asked the court to overturn his 2011 conviction on the grounds that the intense media coverage of his trial could have influenced the jury. The trial of 61-year-old Murray grabbed global attention after Jackson, who was preparing for a series of comeback concerts in London, died unexpectedly in 2009 at the age of 50. The hip-hop icon was said to have died from an overdose of the surgical anesthetic propofol. Murray was convicted after prosecutors successfully argued that the physician was grossly negligent in administering the powerful anesthetic which was used to help the singer sleep. His attorney, Valerie Wass, said Mr. Murray will likely attempt to overturn his conviction in a federal court. He believes the federal courts need to rule on how social media and the internet can influence a jury.
Welcome back. The Nigerian Bar Association Ikeja branch held a press conference last week Friday. Issues of security and the national conference, of course, topped the agenda.
As long as government in Nigeria is about how much to steal from the treasury and not about rendering services to the citizens, those who feel alienated from government will do anything humanly possible to take control or the levers of power, including wasting human lives, which again is what is going on now all over the country. We have never failed to advise that the sellers should look into their compass and change direction. Part of our recommendation includes the convocation of a sovereign national conference by the ethnic nationalities to determine the fate of Nigeria, including the agreement to stay together as one in the indivisible nation with common goal and ideal. The conference has since begun with several lapses. We are not amused that the outcome of the conference has remained a mystery, even to the conveners. Nigerians want to know what will happen to the decisions at the confab. Would it be taken back to the National Assembly to aid the amendment of the 1999 Constitution? Or will it be turned into a brand new constitution written after a referendum of the people? Nobody seems to know anything. This is clearly dangerous. Where on earth does a person, let alone a nation, be left to embark on a journey without a destination? We are alarmed that this is the situation with this confab, whose outcome has no definite destination. Therefore, we feel strongly that the best system that will reduce tension and create competitiveness and healthy rivalry for the purpose of development is a proper federal system of government. If this is not agreeable to all the citizens, then the country is advised to go their separate ways.